Hi and good morning to season 5 of the 15-ish minute coffee chat, a conversation providing tips for every entrepreneur and business owner.
You guys, today is a special Mother's Day show with Madeline and Isabella, daughter of host Selena of Hauoli Social Inspired and Anna of NomadAbout. Your worth ethic is inspired to others around you, coworkers, family members, neighbors, friends, and children. What do those around you say about you?
Yeah, it's a really good question, isn't it? And guys, before we get too far into this, I want to ask to whoever's listening right now, what is one word you would say about your own work ethic? How would you describe it? Pop your answer in the comments because we're super curious about it.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you this, Anna, real fast. What is one word that you would say about your work ethic?
That's a good question. I would say that I am dedicated.
Oh, that is a good word. I'm totally in agreement.
What about you? What would be your one word?
Doesn't stop. No, that's not one word. Very similar to dedicated, right?
Yeah. Well, I think it's a big one, especially as an entrepreneur, right? You have to be dedicated to what you're doing. Otherwise,
because nobody's picking up your slack. It's just you.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, we got a joker in the crowd here. What is work ethic?
Always. You guys, we were really excited. And I'll tell you what, I am very glad that we recorded.
It was so let's just kind of the backstory here. So Selena and I have daughters about the same age. Mine's a little bit younger than hers. And this was their first live stream in that sense. And we just had some questions that we wanted to ask them about how they saw us as business owners and entrepreneurs. And it was a lot of fun having them on the show. But I'll tell you, they are both teenagers.
Yes.
Preteen teenagers, I guess. Right. And so some of the conversation was difficult, I guess, right?
Yeah, for sure. And, if you've been following us, we made a year last month.
Yes,
we have done 1 year of live streaming. And so last year, Mother's Day, we had invited our moms on. And it was a great show. And we had so much fun with them. And this year, I was telling Anna, what are we going to do this year? And then we were going around ideas. And then we were like, I think let's have our kids on, and hence this is it. Because I think a lot of entrepreneurs, we also are parents, you know what I mean? And so, yes, this is a Mother's Day edition. But if you're a parent, I think this is all going to work along the lines of how your kids see you.
Yeah.
When you do that hustling and grinding and, doing all the things. So,
what is it building on them for them, right?
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so how we're doing this today is we've recorded the video and we're going to watch with you guys very snippets. We're going to pause, we'll reflect on it and move on to the next thing. But we're just excited to share the show with you. So
let's get started, huh?
Yeah. Wait, next question before we start. Tell us if you are a parent. We want to know, are you a parent of children or even doggy children? I mean, they watch you, they sit in the offices with you, right? So let us know in the comments. We want to know. So, okay, I'm going to bring it up. It's probably time to bring in our kids. So it just auto plays. I'm like, hey, Shumir, can you have it so that it doesn't autoplay? So here's the video. And then we're going to just, this is where we kind of bring our kids in and introduce them. So give it a listen and enjoy your coffee.
Yes.
Kids, you can bring in Bella and I'll bring in Maddie.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. All right. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Wave hi, Matt. Hi, Bella. Oh, no.
Hi, girls. How are you?
We're good.
This is my kid down there. That is Bella. Welcome to the show, you guys.
Oh, my God.
Okay, you guys. I'm just pausing for a second, but we are now officially at the time for a coffee cup selfie. So raise your cups to the kids. They worked really hard to kind of be in there, but you'll see our little part here. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, guys, we are going to do our coffee cup selfie with the kids, Madeline and Isabella. So let's raise those mugs. I don't know what they have in theirs, but on 3, guys. 1, 2, 3. Yay. Cheers, everybody.
Yay. Okay, so now we're at the part of the show where we share a toolkit. And normally this is something that a business owner is going to use in their everyday life, or everyday business life, I should say. So having a couple of teenagers on the show, we wanted to ask them, what is something that you use every day for your schoolwork that you think you're going to take with you into your professional life?
Yeah, well, how about we start with Bella?
Yeah.
And then Bella, what your mom said? What's something you use in school that you absolutely need that you think you'll take in the future?
Well,
What's something you use every day for your schoolwork? It's really quite easy, right? There's only a few things.
Oh,
a pencil. There you go. So I'm very interested. Maddie, what would you say is something you use every day for your schoolwork?
my brain.
Your brain.
that's actually really good, guys. Yeah.
How fun are those answers that are totally non-tech related, right?
But is necessary for every single person in business.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. So, Bella, tell us why you need a pencil.
Because without a pencil, I can't write down and be able to erase my answers. Which I write down.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because
Perfect.
pen is you have to commit when you use a pen, right? Like there's no take backs on a pen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
Smart. All right, Madeline, let's talk about your brain for just a second.
If I didn't have a brain, I wouldn't be able to work. Like, I need a brain to work.
So very true.
Yes.
Very true. You need a brain to use a pencil. I'm just going to throw
Yes.
that out there. So
Yes.
you really kind of gave like that high level, like top of the line answer, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of
Very. Okay, Anna. Let's just talk about that before we move into what did you think about that? You know what I mean?
I have to be honest. I was surprised by both of their answers.
Yeah.
Because especially now in these times, these times, I sound so old saying that, right? But especially now, electronics are so much a part of their lives that I fully expected computer, phone, iPad, something along those lines to come out of their mouth. And so pencil and brain, I loved. I thought it was just classic, back to the roots of, what do you need to use every day? Well, I need a pencil and I need my brain.
Absolutely. I was like, oh, you know what I mean? Like you, I'm glad that they kind of didn't just do technology first, right? They kind of, I was proud of their answers. Our kids are growing up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I felt like I got some insight into their little preteen teenager brains a little bit, just a tiny little bit.
So here's a question I'm going to ask our audience, right? Is what do you think your kids would say? Like ask your kids today, hey, what's one thing whatever the question is that we ask, because, I've already forgotten, but
it's what's one thing you use every day in your schoolwork?
Right.
Well, and if they, because our kids are homeschooled right now, Maddie goes to virtual school and Bella gets homeschooled. And so, and there's a lot of kids still at home schooling at this point in the world. And so it would be really interesting just to hear what they say, like, and how that maybe has changed over the last year with the times and the way things have happened. So, anyway,
we'll have to revisit them again.
Yeah. So listen, you heard it from the kids. Pencil and brain, 2 great toolkits for you today.
Yes, for sure. Okay, we're going to head back into the next segment that we had with them, which is about mental health. Come on, come back to the stream. There we are. Okay. Okay, guys, we are in the mental health barista question phase of our show, and I'd like to ask the kids here, how do you define success? And I will start with Maddie. If we have a little banner, we'll have that go through so you can look at that.
Absolutely.
So Maddie, how do you define success?
Bella, when you think about me and my job as a copywriter and as a social media manager, what would you say I would consider success to be in my job? There's no wrong answer, by the way.
Yeah.
So what would you say?
So if I answered purple.
All right, very funny teenager. So, okay, but what would you think I would feel like, yay, I did it? What would make me feel that way?
The client saying you did a good job.
Yeah.
That's a really great answer.
Yeah.
So,
I know, I'm just kidding. So Maddie, here, let's take this back. So if you guys don't know, Maddie actually did our intro video for us. Mm-hmm. And so she worked really hard on it. And when I thought it was good, she was like, no, this is bothering me. So Maddie, at what point did you feel that it was a success last night doing the video?
Never, because I feel like I could have done better on it, but it's okay.
Right. But what, where were you wanting it to go? Like, what were you wanting it to be in order for you to call it a success?
Better.
Yeah.
Better.
like the images better or the flow better? I mean,
the flow must be better.
Got it. Okay, so what I like about this though is that even though Maddie's like, well, this is going to work for now, but she's already thinking ahead to ways that she can improve the next video for season 6.
Right.
We've just now adopted Maddie as our forever making our videos. Like it's 30 years down the road, and she's like, I got things to do. I'm like, make the video. Right. You'll make me call your mom. Ask us a question about what we do. And the idea here is that they can, I guess, identify some area that maybe they've wondered about for the past 12 to 15 years as they've watched us work from home. So who wants to go first? Any takers? Maddie, does that look a Maddie wants to go first look?
Yeah, sure does. I mean, so Maddie, give us your question. I'm going to pause here for just a second because I want to share with you guys what's really funny is before she answers, right? Anna and I, and what happened was we recorded and Anna and I went through the video to see what favorite parts. And this was not a part that Anna had selected. But I wanted it in here. So you'll see my question. It's super silly. It's such a kid, but just follow along. Don't be shocked by it. You know what I mean? So here we go. Whatever. Maddie. What question do you have for us?
I was about to say it, but I'm not going to say it. Because you're going to cut it out.
Okay. Go ahead. It better be nice, Maddie.
How many poop breaks do you take in the day?
I told you guys. That's the question. It's a really important one. And it's about like taking care of yourself. And it's not necessarily the poop break, it's a pee break. She's a teenager, so she goes for the thing. But I'd like to know the answer, guys. So here's what you're gonna see. Yeah, here's your answer. But wait. Here's what I care. It's a break. How often do you take a break? and the important ones. And that's really kind of like the meat of that question, right? Is a poop break is kind of important, but I'm not saying that that's what it's about. It's about if you take a break for yourself and if it matters.
I just want to know, does she know you left that in?
Oh yeah. She does. She watched me like edit this all last night and she just rolled her eyes and I was like, you're going to be on the show today. So listen in as me and Anna react to that question. So it's going to be good. I think that's an excellent question. I'll let you go first.
Oh yeah. So that is a private conversation.
I will tell you guys that apparently not enough because you work too hard, you get sat in your chair, and it just never happens. So, well, I mean, great question, Maddie. It may or may not make it into the cuts. You never know. So, all right, Miss Bella, give us a question.
What's a question that you would have?
Really is. She's putting thought into this question.
What sort of apps do you use?
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, so that's a great question, Bella. And I can just tell you right now, our family is going through an identity crisis in our technology right now. So Bella is an artist and she's been wanting an iPad forever for Procreate, but our family are PC users. And so Bella and I are starting to switch over to that Apple-based brand. And it is changing the way we're looking at different things. But for apps, some of the ones that Bella's been most interested in that I use in my work is Canva. And that's the one where I create all those graphic images, Bella.
Yeah.
She wants that added to her iPad so she can practice on it.
Oh, yeah.
Get really good at doing graphics work. The other one I would say is, what did we spend like an hour doing last night? I had a big giant paper calendar in my lap, but then what was I really using to write down our schedule for this next week?
Google Calendar?
My Google Calendar, yeah. Which is, if it's not on Mama's Google Calendar, it
doesn't
happen.
happen.
That's exactly right.
Same here. I will tell you an app that I love to use is it's for video editing and it's called InShot. And it's a great editor to kind of put together quickly a good video. You can use it for social media, so you can do something that's not just a photo. You can easily drag and drop in your pictures, your things. It has like music in there you can add to it. So that's one of my favorite ones is InShot.
That sounds fun. Bella just created her first like mini movie when she baked cupcakes the other day.
Oh, I love it.
We'll have to take a look at it, Bella. InShot. Mark that down, kiddo.
Yes, you'll love it. It's great. I mean, if you have an Apple product, obviously there's iMovie. I think Maddie and I were chatting about this yesterday. She doesn't use iMovie, but she actually has a bunch of apps that she uses for her video editing. Maddie, what did you use to make our video intro for the show? What apps did you use?
I used CuteCut and I used Funimate.
Nice. I love it. And yeah.
Maddie, are these apps that your friends recommended to you, or how did you decide what video editing apps to use?
When I was really into watching people make edits, I looked at what the apps they use, like in the description or something, because it looked really good what they used. So I found a few apps and I liked them.
Awesome.
Just tried them out. That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And that's what you do in business, right, Anna? Is like you try things out that make an end result of what you want.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. We're all looking for that all-in-one tool, right? That's able to do everything for us. But the reality is there isn't really a platform that is like that at this point in time.
Right.
So
Right.
kind of combining the best of apps together is what's going to make your business practice go a lot smoother.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, Anna, what did we think about that part?
So it's really funny because we didn't let them prep for this. And, we had changed our format not too long ago where we send out all of our questions to our guests in advance so that they can be ready for this. But we didn't do this with our kids. I don't know if it was because we just thought, oh, they can wing it. We're good at winging it. They can wing it. Or if we really wanted to know what kinds of answers they would come up with. But I can appreciate what we were talking about before about, hey, take a break,
Yeah.
sit up from your chair, walk around, take that moment for yourself. And then on Bella's question side of things to say, hey, what do you use? Like, what are you doing all day long? And what are you doing it on?
Right.
Right.
I loved the questions. And like I said, it's funny. Sometimes you have to not be so literal about the question and kind of read a little bit behind it. And so, I don't know, I'm just proud of our girls. I think, they're growing up during the pandemic. They're growing up, with, different views on the way their moms think. It's interesting. It's interesting to kind of get to have this conversation with them,
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that we're doing this special Mother's Day edition too. I can't wait to see what our number 3 is. Okay.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite parts of our recorded show, actually.
Yeah, it is.
To tell us what they think.
Yeah. So shall we, Anna? Shall we hit play?
Let's do it.
Fun.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you guys feel about coming onto our show?
Weird.
Agreed.
And then how do you feel about your moms? I'll start with Bella. How do you feel about your mom?
Awesome.
Oh, she's awesome.
You think I'm awesome or you feel awesome about your mom? Which one?
Both.
Aww.
I sure love you, kiddo.
Aww. And Maddie, how do you feel about your mom?
My mom?
Yeah.
She's like, okay, like, I don't know how to describe it.
I'm going to say that's like the highest compliment
A teenager will ever give you.
Yeah, it is. I think she's okay.
So I'm just okay, nothing more than that, Maddie? I just wanted to clarify. This is your chance to tell the world how awesome I am.
The bathroom stinks sometimes, so I don't know.
So yeah, that's the answer from my kid, right? Like, I don't know if anybody else can get a more wonderful answer.
Oh, I love it.
I know.
love these girls.
I know. I'm trying to let's see. I think we're kind of nearing the end of it. So let's see where we're at.
Maddie, Miss.
Let's see here. Yeah.
It.
Well, it went from moms to your moms, now to our grandkids. So that's how long we want this show to go on. But
Isn't the truth. Yes.
Yes. So I think thanks, kids, for being on. I definitely know how we're gonna definitely do this show for sure. Oh, you guys. Our kids.
So that was about a 10-minute cut out of 30 minutes of video recording, right? You know, we really did pull out some of the best parts to share today. Yeah. But I think overall, the whole idea is that no matter what age or phase in life your child might be, what you're doing on a day-to-day basis is making an impact. Yeah. You know, whether they're able to verbalize it specifically, whether they phrase it in some teenage language that just makes them giggle because they cannot be serious in that moment, or they're embarrassed, or whether it's, a young adult where, they can articulate it, but you've made an impression. And I think that is a really important thing. And even if you don't have kids, even just the people around you, when they find out you are an entrepreneur or a small business owner, that's impressive.
I totally agree with that statement there, Anna. You never know too who you're making an impact. Just because maybe they don't say anything, maybe you don't even realize they see anything. I had a friend the other day, we were having a conversation in text message, and she had said, "Hey, I just want to tell you, I really look up to you." And I was kind of like taken aback in that sense of like, "Oh, what do you mean?" You know what I mean? And she's like, "I just really value all the things that you share and say." And so I think the point of what Anna just said is like, you do make an impact around you. Sometimes you're not going to know that you are making an impact. So kind of keep doing what you do because it's important.
Yeah. And whether you're a mother or a father or child-free or, whatever your situation is, just remember, take this next weekend, this upcoming weekend, which is, the Mother's Day weekend, and celebrate yourself for all your hard work. Use it.
Yes. Anna, cheers. You know what? I wanted to say this to Anna. She is she is such an in-tuned mom. And I really kind of look at her, I'm like, I need to be more in tune with my kid, because sometimes I just lack that. But anyway, celebrate you as a mom, or if you're like a mom, because I think what you provide to that person that looks at you in that way, it's important. I absolutely love my mom and so excited that I get to see her soon, but she made an impact on me, and I do things the way that I do because of her. And I hope to kind of pass it on to my kid. You know what I mean? And I think that's all of us, right? People say we're legacy. So people say, but you just want to, I don't know. I want that for all of us. So
absolutely.
Cheers to you guys. And
cheers.
Please celebrate. Maybe it's a mimosa, or it's the most fun celebrated way to have on a Sunday, Mother's Day. But
right. So yes. So before we close our show down today, we do still have a tip jar that I'm going to pop up really quick for you.
Oh, yay.
Don't forget to pay your state estimated taxes. Okay. Yep. Coming up on the first quarter is now. And federal taxes are due, but so are your state estimated taxes. So there's our financial tip of the day.
Yep.
And then next week, join us to talk about blogging and monetizing your blog with Samantha Laycock of Samantha Laycock Blogging.
Yes, we are excited. We're excited because this is somebody we don't know. And we put out a feeler and we said, hey, we want to invite people onto the show that can add value to the people that are watching. And we think absolutely blogging is, some people are like, is it dead? No, it's not dead. It is so not dead. And it is a great way to monetize and to also kind of just keep your website relevant and fresh. So Google kind of keeps like, hey, they got new stuff. Bring it up there anyway.
We're going to talk about how blogging is going to enhance your small business. It's one of the best ways you can do it.
Yeah, for sure.
So as always, find us at AnnaandSelena.com, Facebook, YouTube, your favorite podcast platform. We would love it if you would subscribe.
Yes.
We finished our 30-day challenge with 20 new subscribers.
Yes.
Love to have 20 more this month.
So please hit the bell or hit the subscribe. I don't know what people say, but if you're looking for something to do today, just hit the subscribe button. And then you can be like, I did something good today.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for joining us today on the Mother's Day edition of 15-ish Minute Coffee Chat. And we will see you again next Monday.
Yes. Thanks for joining us.